nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Carr to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Completes it to Perry. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Carr. And he is caught. Touchdown, Saints. A.T. Perry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a 3rd-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Mayfield now on 2nd down. It's caught by Mike Evans. Now inside the 25. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 79 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
this one up to about the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Try to get that one to Chris Olave.
And that'll make it third down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7-7, our score after one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Mayfield. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself.
Touchdown! Chris Olave, his first touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope it didn't come through on this and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
First down from Evans, still one of the most dependable receivers in the NFL. 9 seasons, all above 1,000 yards, and he's climbing career leaderboards. Already in the top 50 in yards, top 30 in touchdowns.
Mayfield's throw going to be into the hands of Evans here.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 46, here's second down and 5. They'll go up the middle with White. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 42. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Here's Mayfield. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He'll buy some time right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Mayfield down. Incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here now, 2nd and 4. And Shaheed going to go in motion. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Now Carr. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get your...
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with his second TD of the game, his his 6th on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go now.
2nd down and 6 now. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Down the left sideline. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 13. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Mayfield. And takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short it.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Raider 2, 694.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, field goal gets you the lead, and they're in range, but they're not looking to settle for 3. They're thinking 6. That's a nice throw there on third down to keep the chains moving.
734.
Carr now on first down.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On second down, here's Carr. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. He juked him. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. Touchdown there in the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. Into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And they're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Yaya Diaby brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes. even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw his Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. This is White on the screen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield with it once more. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw, Mayfield.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Kamara,
40 yards.
And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Mayfield on play action. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. 3rd down and 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6. Mayfield now. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up.